G'day, Captain Australia here, and I have made it to Dandenong. What I didn't provide for was that there was about 5 kilometres of used car lots and tyre marts and new car lots between me and the hotel. So Dandenong is one long stretch of an endless sea of cars. So I'm still probably 45 minutes away from the hotel, which I think has been provided by ABC News. So I'm not 100% sure. It might be a member of the public. But the kind person at ABC News is the one who gave me the details. So I don't know. In any case, I'm very grateful for the safe room. Although I still think it would have been fun to try and find a place to camp around here. Yeah, I hope you can hear me all right. So I may drop off the air after I get to the hotel. So I'm meeting up with a local scout group. I have no idea what to expect. It just sounded intriguing. So they have a presentation of some kind, which I just think sounds really interesting. So there's comments. Let me respect your comments. Sorry, I'll pull out my old... Oh, I don't need them at this distance. Hey, Captain. Yep, lots of cars. Yeah, it's like a different kind of forest. Brody asks, how are you going today? Doing really well, thank you, Brody. So, yeah, I'm suited up. Oh, another comment. Nice, comfy sleep tonight. Yes, I'm at the... Oh, and another comment. Oh, the joys of the city. I'm glad to see you're making good time. Can't wait to see your interaction with the scouts. Yes, I mean, there'll be young people, so there may or may not be consent to share it. So whatever the rules are, rules aren't important. Honour and integrity are important, you know what I mean? And sometimes rules and honour and integrity can overlap. But if people don't want me to share, if they don't want to be filmed or parents have an issue with it or whatever, it may be completely unshareable. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope I can share it with you. But yeah, I'm very, very curious what they have in mind. So I'm at a place called the Ibis Hotel or Motel or something. I think it's been provided courtesy of ABC. And in the morning I have to get up early, and there's a local spot where they're going to do a live cross on ABC Morning National News, which is wonderful news for the charity. So I get to talk about the Kids Cancer Project and how far I've walked and all of that stuff, and hopefully drum up a bit of support for the final push into Federation Square. Now on that, one of you at least uses Reddit. You know what Reddit is? I'm an old person. It's the average age for Reddit is about 28. But if you use Reddit, and you could jump on the Melbourne subreddit, any bloody subreddits that might be relevant, take pictures, cherry pick any images, pictures or video from the Facebook page, and do a post about how on the morning of the 19th, this buffet who's walked all the way from Brisbane is going to push into Federation Square from Alexandra Gardens at 10 a.m, hanging out there, pushing into Fed Square at 11:45. And anybody who wants to join in, ideally dressed as a superhero, should sign up and join in. Now, that could be cosplay Reddits. You know, there's already probably in Melbourne a community of tens of thousands of people who like to dress up as superheroes. So the spectacle of it can only help the charity, help elevate the whole thing. And I really suck at that sort of stuff. I'm too shy. I know that sounds crazy, walking across the country dressed like a superhero, saying g'day to everyone I see, smiley, smiley. But I am very, very shy. So yeah, you know, if you are on Reddit and you can take the personal quest to drum up some support for the push into Fed Square, you'd be doing an old buffet a favour, yeah? Don't feel obligated. Do it out of love or not at all. But if you can find it in your heart to do it, you'll be helping everybody out, including the kids suffering from pediatric cancer. So, yeah, the Kids Cancer Project is a lovely charity, but I've talked about that about 1.5 million times. Sorry, comments. When I'm walking, it's a little bit iffy. Here we are. The Ibis is through the other side of Dandenong. Yeah, I've been walking all the way through. I think I'm almost there. Only a couple of K away. Not long to go now. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Grew up in Dandy. I'm Dandy too. Glad he's not sleeping rough tonight. I don't mind sleeping rough. You people, you're lovely, but you don't have to worry about me. Pleased to see you have arrived. How are you going? If not bashed overnight, police would move you on. I really think I can avoid detection from both the good and the evil and everything in between. You might be surprised at the canniness of old Grandpa Captain Australia, mate. But I refuse to be afraid of any other human being. If there's some guy over there, he's got a habit, an addiction, he medicates himself because of his pain, and he comes over with I'm not stupid, and he comes over and he has a knife, and he thinks I have money. Give me your money or I'll effing stab you. I'll talk to him. If he tries to stab me, I'll try and stop him. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to spend every minute up until that encounter worrying about the possibility of that encounter, you know what I mean? I prefer to leave room for joy. So I don't want to give the worry any sort of purchase, you know? And yeah, it is possible. That could happen. But if it did, you know what else is possible? I might be able to talk him down. You might not think I'm capable of that, but I might be. Look, mate, you don't want to stab me. I'm not carrying any money, although I actually am. Shit. You know, it's not worth it, buddy. Come on. Let's go. We'll figure something else out. Come on, walk with me. Talk to me. And then suddenly I'm the aggressor and we're talking differently. He's like, what? I'm not. Come on. No, let's go. Let's take a walk, buddy. And, you know, you just sort of change the script a little bit. That might work. Or I might get stabbed. But I don't want to spend my life afraid of that. And for me, part of the big walk is learning acceptance that you don't control the outcome. You can't control whether you get cancer again or not. So learn to go with the flow a bit. And the thing about that possible encounter or sleeping rough tonight, it is what comes. You just mitigate the risks and face up to them as well as you can, you know? Sorry, I know I probably sound completely ignorant and foolish to most of you, but yeah, I refuse to be afraid. You know, that's not to say that I'm brave. I just refuse to be afraid until I need to be. Actually, that sounds better. I refuse to be afraid until I need to be. And then when I need to be, I'll fight or run. Yeah. But I'm not going to be afraid of possible risks, you know what I mean? I'll just do my best. But you might be surprised about what old Grandpa Captain Australia can get away with. I reckon, yeah, looking around, there are places where I can find a rest and sleep. And sure, there are people who might be a little bit sketchy, but they might also be new friends. Anyway, sorry, old man ramble. So here we are in Dandenong. I'm probably about a couple of K away. G'day. Couple of K away from the hotel. And I will probably not long after I arrive there need to go visit this scout group because they said 6 or 6:30. So yeah, I did make it to Dandy by 5, but it's taken a good while to walk through bloody Dandy. Dandy lights, motorcycle learner light. There's lots of PS Xbox. I haven't played a video game in a while. Okay, stop rambling, Captain Australia. Okay, I will. Sorry. You're talking to yourself, Captain Australia? Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. Let's look at these comments. Sorry, they're whizzing by. Ugh, old man. That's going to be my new motto. I won't be scared until I need to be. Love it. Well, yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't know if it's the smartest thing in the world. Nobody's accused me of being smart yet, but I think it's probably, you know, a lot of wasted energy being terrified when you don't need to be. Hey, brother. It's Sean. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're well. I am well, mate. Sorry, I might have missed a couple of comments. I better keep moving to the motel. I refuse to be afraid. That's the best thing I heard today. Thanks a lot. Oh, cheers, Ash Mary. I mean, at the end of the day, fear is like stress. It doesn't help you, does it? It can give you that fight or flight impulse. But I heard a story from somebody today who had suffered past trauma. Someone I met on the road, and they had a crime committed against them. And when it happened, they just froze up. So the fear made them freeze up, and it made the assault. It prevented their ability to run or fight back when they were assaulted. And that's terrible. So fear didn't help them at all. But the idea is it gives you that fight or flight impulse. But at the end of the day, you know what's better than fear? Staying calm. So if you have to fight or run, even with a bit of adrenaline, you might have a bit of extra speed, but if you're calm, you'll make better choices. You know, you won't go running off into traffic or freaking out because you're stressed and scared. Anyway, that's just my view. So refusing to be afraid doesn't mean agreeing to be stupid. And at the end of the day, I don't know. So I've had to strip myself right back as a human being and rebuild myself. And I've in that stripping back, I polish these little bits off. I say, oh, I don't need this bit anymore. Oh, that bit's grief, don't need that. Oh, that bit's misogynistic or racist, throw that bit away. That bit's unfriendly, throw that bit away. That bit's ethically iffy, throw that bit away. But I love this bit, keep that. And, I mean, the long time on the road's allowed me to have a lot of room and space to do that. I think I've succeeded. And honestly, I love the person I've turned into. How's that? So I've gone from a lifetime of self-loathing to, justified or not, quite adoring the person I am. You know? And the underlying message of that is it's available to all of us, you know? But yeah, that I refuse to be afraid until I need to be, that sort of thing. That might sound wise or it might sound stupid, but hey, it's me. Good, bad, or indifferent, it's true. I guess that's one of the lovely things about the walk too, because I started doing it for my children. You know, if I die, if the cancer comes back for me, they would have this forever. So they'd hear these little moments, and I love you so much, guys. If you're watching this as adults, ever since you were born on, you showed me what love is, and I've loved you every breath, every second, okay? Know it. But yeah, the whole idea that of recording this stuff, it was for them. So I've done my very best to try and talk true. Even if I sound like a total moron, you know? Just talk true. So they can know who I was if I die. And I think that's a beauty of the big walk, because in that sense it's also been a kind of therapy. Because I've been compelled to just think and talk through all this stuff and make it as true as I absolutely possibly can. Oh, I think the hotel might be up here somewhere. I think we're getting closer. I've distracted myself by chatting with you. Anyway, I do think telling the truth is therapeutic. But, yeah, there's plenty of reasons to be afraid in the world today. But you know what? The fear doesn't help us. What helps us is coming together, saying, I'm not going to be afraid of you. I'm actually going to look at you and say, hey, maybe we can protect each other. And then maybe if we can find someone else, we can form a bit of a team. And then maybe with our team, we can go and help some other people who are struggling. Anyway, I'm doing an old man ramble, and I know I'm doing it. I'm sorry. So I may not be online again for a little bit, depending on whether I'm allowed to film this scout visit, which I'm very excited about. I can't tell you how pleased I am. I think it's just going to be, I don't know what to expect. But when they say they've got a presentation for me, that word oozes intrigue, you know? Anyway, they could be trying to sell me Amway or something, so who knows. But yeah, look, I'll leave it there. Sorry about with the sunglasses, the comments and all that. All the very best. So it's Captain Australia's Big Walk. Look, I'm still wearing Phoebe's necklace. It's for a charity called the Kids Cancer Project. I've walked all the way from Brisbane. Right now I'm in Dandenong. I'm 40k or something from the Brisbane. Rewind that. I'm 40k away from the Melbourne CBD. So tomorrow I'll stay somewhere around Mount Waverley. Night after that, somewhere just on the south bank of the Yarra. And then I'll push across on Saturday. So if you're in Melbourne, and if you can advertise it on Reddit for me, Saturday morning, 10 a.m., Alexandra Gardens. I'll hang out there for an hour and a half. And then whoever is with me, we're going to do that final push at the final moments of the big walk. We're going to do it together. And then after that, when I get back to Brisbane, I will share my reunion with my family and all of that stuff. So I won't finish it exactly there. You'll see me shave the beard off, go back to normal life and all of that. I'll share the epilogue, I guess. But, yeah, for now, I'll sign off. I've got to get to the hotel and get to this scout group. All the very best. Much love. It's Captain Australia's Big Walk for the Kids Cancer Project. Take care of yourselves.